for 20 years, I've been pitching and selling Trinity Springs to not know that it was going to be snatched from up under me, right? And the Hex are sitting on the water, and they're just selling it to people within the valley, and they're not even going global with it. And I got all of the global bulk water contracts waiting, but the guy who basically took my money, put it in contract in his name and sold it to them, never introduced. He put me on the phone with them one time, and they knew they were going to get. They were willing to. He told them like, "Hey, we need to get this guy the bulk water rights." He was kind of part of, and I never had their email, their phone number in the very beginning. And then once they finalized the transaction, he never put me back in contact with him, and he stopped answering my calls and he moved. So I didn't know where to get at him, where to meet him, or nothing, and I just left it to God. And God is amazing because now I have the Saudi Arabian government who put $37.5 billion into Saudi Arabia, and I just sent them out to meet APS, which is our water cleaning technology that can purify water. We have these tablets you drop in the water, it cleans the water, it cleans any diseases, and it washes the clothes. We concentrated a gallon of bleach into one tablet. Imagine you had $1 for every bottle of bleach in every household in the world, where the way that bleach is distributed, we were able to extract the 1 gallon of water out of it, and you put the tablet into some dirty water or water wherever you're at, and then it turns that into a gallon of bleach. But also, it purifies the water. We have a tablet that purifies the water, cleans the clothes, and kills the diseases, and it's pennies on the dollar. It's huge revolution.
It's fantastic.
So we want to be part of the Dr. Fantastic. It's fantastic. We can find the right?
Yeah.
We can do all these things.
So let's get to Tupac real quick. We're going to meet tomorrow. Are you available at 10 o'clock tomorrow, Nijel? At the studio?
Absolutely.
Okay, I think we're going to meet at 10 o'clock.
Absolutely.
But real quickly, tell them about your Tupac project real quick, and then we'll talk about it more tomorrow.
Okay.
By the way, just so you know, don't reveal. We're recording on my as a podcast. Just so you know, you didn't know this, Nijel, because we're creating history here. So don't reveal anything you don't want the public to know about. But tell them about what you're a little bit about Tupac.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Basically, I was approached by a gentleman named Nijel Binns from Atlanta a few years ago. He had recently purchased the property that Tupac's mom, Afina Shakur, purchased in Stone Mountain, Georgia. And one of my colleagues, you been there?
Yeah, I've been there. I actually did the voice for Tupac for Coachella, and I worked with his mother. She hired me for the voice for Tupac for NWA. That's my voice. And I was the actor to play him in the movie. I got 200 million views and 1 million subscribers on my Truth About Tupac YouTube channel. But go ahead. I've been there. I know all the family members. I know exactly how to help you. So go ahead.
Fantastic. Well, years before, one of my colleagues, a sculptor named Tina Allen, and she was very well known. She did Alex Haley, a large monument to Alex Haley. But one of the things that she did before she passed away was Tupac. Now, I've read the backstory where she says that it was Tupac's mom who asked her to create Tupac, in his suit, holding a Bible and a chain around his neck and so forth. But the rendering that she did, unfortunately, has not withstood the test of time. And if you go onto Google today or yesterday, the internet is abuzz because people are rediscovering the statue that she made, which really does not look like Tupac at all. And on the basis of Jim Burnett purchasing the property before Afina passed away, she asked him to make a promise to keep Tupac's memory alive, and in so doing, a new statue was commissioned, and I was selected to create that statue. I actually created the scale model, which you'll see tomorrow, and in the process of all of this, TMZ picked up the story, and they ran with it, and before you know it, everybody is there, and now they're there waiting for the monument. But what happened in the interim, of course, is that Jim Burnett, who was a property developer, didn't have any ties within the hip-hop community, didn't really know very much about Tupac. He had ideas of creating something more broad-based on the property that he purchased. in addition to keeping Tupac's memory alive as a promise to Tupac's mom. So he has subsequently sold the property, but the idea and the image of the statue that's still there is lingering in people's minds. So even today on BET, they ran that story again, that they've been that other entities have been running this week about the statue that Tina Allen created, which doesn't look like Tupac, and the whole world sees now they're waiting for the one that I've done, which you'll see tomorrow. And we did have an opportunity to showcase that maquette up in Oakland last year at the Oakland Museum. They did a special tribute to the hip-hop genre, basically, and my statue was requested for that. And in the process, I did meet with some of the people who knew Tupac personally, and they gave their endorsements that it is exactly Tupac. And when you see it, you'll see for yourself. And that's where we are right now. I've got the work ready to go to the next level. Up in Oakland, we know that at Marin County, where Tupac was, there is interest in Oakland for finding a location. I also believe that one can be here in Los Angeles because of his influence and work here, and one possibly still in Atlanta. So the greatest challenge right now is the first, finding the location. Once we secure the location, the world is ready to see the statue go up, and I've got it, and here we are.
And we do a museum.
Man, that is awesome.
Okay. And just to give you a background on my background as far as a sculptor, I came to sculpting first from the film industry. Actually, I was a stuntman in Jackie Chan's first American film, and I'm an avid martial arts fan. So I've done a lot of work in martial arts film category, but during my off time, I began sculpting, and one of my first professional clients was Michael Jackson. I actually created the top-selling Artist of the Decade award that he was awarded in 1990. From there, I went on to do 2 subsequent awards for Michael, one which I presented to him personally. I was also his bodyguard for his 45th birthday here in Los Angeles. And my other works include there in Watts at the WLCAC at 109th and Central Avenue, the 16-foot-tall Mother of Humanity bronze monument, one of the largest bronze statues in Southern California, and the prelude to what we're going to do in Africa. And Dr. Fantastic will tell you more about that. I'm also privileged to have done the only life-size statue, and she was in attendance for the unveiling of the legendary Shirley Temple. And that bronze statue is at the Fox Studio lot. So I've done, some other works, but those are some of the highlights of my accomplishments so far. And so for Tupac, that's going to be another first at the highest level of my profession right now, and I can't wait to do it because I think it's really, if I must say so, really one of the best that I've seen of him so far.
So Darris, sleep on that. We'll come up with a plan tomorrow. I think a GoFundMe page with just the people that, just the followers, would be sufficient to even buy a property, make the stage, because there's a lot of fans.
Yeah, it is, man. It's like, so for instance, like I wanted to get my partner Asher Underwood on the line. You might have to say that one more time. But hold on one second. Let me see.
So he's just become ambassador number 136.
Yes.
He's fantastic.
Congratulations.
Yeah, he's amazing. He's got a thing called the Global Good News Network.org. And so we're going to work together to make it a global effort where everyone wins, The world's a better place.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's an amazing guy.
And I love the idea of the water. I'm thinking Motherland. Everything that can go towards making that a place of healing would be amazing. And I'm familiar with alkaline water very much.
Oh, yeah. Well, we were born alkaline beings, and they say that diseases can only breed in acidic environments.
An acidic environment, absolutely.
And once we get, that's why in the jungles of the world, nobody gets cancer because they're alkaline. They keep themselves alkaline. And that's why alkaline water is one of the ways of counteracting a glass of beer or a glass of wine, and the other crap that we eat.
Mm.
So yeah, alkaline is definitely the trick, and natural occurring alkaline, which I have a source to in Hawaii, is important. You know.
Wow.
Yeah, he's still in the office, a little indisposed. But what I was going to say to you is, what we were able to do with our Truth About Tupac and our Bigger Picture production, he'll send over our deck. The doc will. I sent it and forwarded it to him. What we were able to do was something amazing. We were able to accumulate over 200 million views, 1 million subscribers through our Truth About Tupac YouTube channel. And what we did was we aggregated all of the different followers from Instagram, Facebook, to the YouTube specifically, and that helped tremendously with allowing for the casting for the online film. We did an online casting call. Even though I had the contract to play the character, it still allowed for people that look like Tupac, sound like Tupac, to join the board and get a chance to submit into the feature film, which then allowed for us to have analytics on fans that were anticipating the film, where we could go back to through their email addresses and do pre-purchase sales to the tickets, pre-purchase merchandise from the movie. We were able to give a $5 Discovery preloaded credit card to the fan base. We would get merchant. We would have an option in the merchant purchases from thereafter, whatever affiliates we signed up. So there was so many ancillary revenue streams that we were able to earn. And then more importantly, we built a business model, which is our Bigger Picture Productions company. We built a business model that allowed us to show others how to do what we did for the Truth About Tupac movement and campaign. And so now then we ended up getting a contract now for the Truth About Nipsey Hussle, right? Who was a playing rapper like Tupac. And now we're also working with we did the Elon Musk YouTube channel. You see what I'm saying? So from doing the Elon Musk YouTube channel, we've been able to have so much corporate client inclusion, meaning so a lot of like Hyperloop, they have this huge, it's the most trending topic on the internet, because it's talking about transportation, which is one of the world's biggest problems when it comes to traffic, right? So Hyperloop having this magnetic train that connects the city and brings tremendous energy back to the city, because when this train moves, with it being an electromagnetic field, it generates energy from the movement.
I always felt they should do that, and even with automobiles moving over the highways, they could start putting magnets on cars and on the roads and generate electricity that way. I was always thinking.
Right, and so I've worked with Hyperloop, I've worked with the Cures for Humanity, I've worked with, all of these wonderful products and platforms products that need to be on a platform. Well, guess what? You have the greatest solutions and the greatest products, but if you don't know how to market it, you ain't got shit. So this is where I made my business into marketing, because I've been in front of the camera for 30 years. I've worked with celebrities, being somewhat a Z-list celebrity myself. I now understand how to catch the trend of the mind at the trend of the time. And 7 years inside YouTube, I've now added the technical aspect it takes. And that's my partner. He's the technical side. I'm the creative brain, right? I'm the guy that can take the creative narrative and the marketing and catch the trend of the mind with the consumer with the creative narrative. But he's the technical guy. And once the creative process is done, that he goes out and uses the analytics, SEO, search optimization, geofencing, where he takes your analytics and he takes $100 and he penetrates certain zip codes surrounding your product, your brand, or the people you want to target. Okay. And he aggregates that back into the YouTube. So in your case, we could say, okay, every single art piece form you've done, we can go take $100 and say, okay, anybody looking for Tupac art, right, in this geofence area, in that area, we're going to geofence anybody that's Google search Tupac artwork. And then what we do is we can target back to those people with an ethical bribe. Hey, subscribe to this YouTube channel. Out of the 20 million people, once a million people subscribe, you make $100,000 a month off the channel alone from the YouTube advertising dollars that they share with you. I mean, how many paintings or projects did you fund off of the YouTube channel because everybody was looking for artwork on Nipsey Hussle? Everybody was looking at artwork for Tupac. Everybody was looking at artwork for any artist. You look, we're going to go do a campaign and geofence and triangulate the marketing back towards those email addresses.
Yes.
And then, you know, and some of those same email addresses come from your Instagram, your Facebook, those are your followers, those are your leads, right? So then we can go to all of the different art platforms. This is where you need a social media team to manage that with.
Yeah.
And that's what we do. Right? So we manage and aggregate your Instagram, your Facebook, your Twitter. That's what Bigger Picture Productions is about. We have a web design, we have a graphic design, we have an app design, and we have the creative production design to create the content and allow you to come into YouTube and shoot your content at the stages of YouTube, do your drops, your media up to 4 times a month. And they have the facilities in LA, New York, London, Brazil, Germany. They're global facilities that we can access. And that's what we provide. There's a deck that was sent to Doc.
What's the website? It's Global News, Good News Network?
Bigger Picture Productions.
Oh, .com?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, we're going to have a lot of work to do, guys, but it's all for a good cause.
Absolutely.
I'm excited.
Fantastic cause.
Yeah, did I say good? Shoot me, please. Put me out of my misery. Okay, so 10 o'clock tomorrow. I'll shoot you the address. We'll all meet. Bring whoever you like to the party, and let's make some history tomorrow.
Fantastic.
Everybody, thanks for listening in.
All right.
You just been part of history being made, everybody. Be fantastic.
Wow.